average is about 18%. Ghana, we're at 13%. So it's as if you're talking about a country which is already overtaxed, if anything at all, is undertaxed.
Okay, let me take you up on that point. On your low tax ratio to GDP. I'm just going to read this quote to you. It's from John Kwache, who I'm sure you might know is the director of research at the Accra-based Institute for Economic Affairs. He says there are several loopholes in our tax system that, if they are plugged, will be able to raise our tax to GDP ratio to something like 20% from the 12% that you're talking about. Are you speaking to experts like him?
Well, first of all, there's a recognition that
he says that there's no need for the E-levy.
Well, that's his point of view.
He's an expert.
But he's an expert. They're experts in government as well, and we think it's necessary, and that's the reason why
You think it's necessary to tax people who are already impoverished?
They're not already impoverished. We're talking about people. We're talking about taxing an industry and transactions where a lot of value is being created, and we want to also bring that value into government coffers. I think that is something that is there's nothing so, and the E-levy is not Ghana, it's the only country that has something like a mobile attack, a digital tax. Many countries, they will not like it.
Because they're already taxing people who do business online, and then you are taxing as well.
People never like taxes. I don't know any group of people, especially businesses, when taxes are brought to them that like it.
When you hear all these stories, Mr. President, I mean, Ghana was one of the rising stars of, the economic recovery of Africa, so to speak. But when you hear about all these issues with the economy now, what exactly went wrong?
Nothing has gone wrong. We're part of those who have been very badly affected by what has gone on in the last 2 years. Until 2020, since I came into office, 2017, 2018, 2019, the beginning of 2020, we were growing our economy at about 7%, the GDP growth rate. One of the fastest growing economies in the world was the Ghanaian economy, even in the crunch year of 2020, when the economies of the world dived. Ghana, we still managed a positive rate of growth because the fundamentals of our economy are strong, but it is that you're making that. Well, you speak as if you're living in the same time as you and I, where the world economy as a whole has gone through very difficult times. And there's several things that we're doing, which is in the line of being able to pick up our economy again. I have no doubt that next year, if you were to come and speak to me like you're doing today,
Anyway, so that was the president, His Excellency Nana Addo, the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. No. See, Ivan.
Yeah, Captain. I think that and Obia who may see feeling is so visible and so palpable. So even when you're standing afar, you can touch it and even feel it. So I don't think. And as a leader, now you see, sometimes you need to identify yourself with your people by living that particular reality with them. But they have deliberately created something like an illusion and I interface you more from the people. So the reality that we see, they don't see it. Is the reason why the president is talking this particular manner. And I'm here because Okoye in the State of the Nation's address, so the world stage, Ghana's economy is on its news. No, he attempted to rationalize incompetence previously by hiding behind COVID-19 Ukraine war. Minim time Ukraine war no start here. Abenya so devastating impact on Ghana's economy to the extent that the president will have the gut to go to parliament and rationalize his reckless management of this particular economy with the COVID period. On no crisis spending now, you're spending 17 billion Ghana cedis. Now, Sika Abakruma over 33 billion. Into Makasa Yansa, our president, twice or the Mayan. And you see, the Ekosuna, he has lost touch with the reality. And America said, if he's in touch with the reality, and some not talk, and I'm not sure, say, Obekandi or kind because the reality is that Ghana for Chiromo, and as a president, you need to identify yourself with the people. But that is COVID, E-levy, over the years, you have discussed this whole discussion. the reality is a nipa na oti dwama oye adwuma no free say E-levy no ba moyen. Businesses will be affected. Individuals, even the digital economy na ye can have these are the realities that end up pinning the discussion. So obi to me whatever or way to me maneuver their way, engineers all kind of machinations. Na ye to me pass E-levy na sensible or rational leader. And never quite yes E-levy dance. Na ye video na about 12 just to say she nipa before to ridicule Gandhi and say E-levy can say pass no ya pass it into ye and ye dia sell Ghana for. I'm not sure there is any sensible person say an emotional intelligence leader how to handle situation that particular thing they have no clue. That is why I told you the last time that these guys are imposters who are just fronting constitutional rule because they have leadership and they have tease out problems. They're coming out with the alternative a bit to survey to turn the situation around. They don't have it. Ghana economy is slipping into this particular messy. If you look around now, where all the solutions are ever, none of them ena oyo obia when it have who say Ghana ebetimi escape this particular problems because say apart from E-levy na yeba impoverished some journalists in the kind because the people are already impoverished. It is delusional. He has lost touch with reality. Yes, he's delusional. He has
impoverished.
That is the reality. Now you don't even need to ask this.
There's no impoverished nation on President's charter flight. 14,519.
I'm coming there, Captain. So the reality is
now because of Ghana aviation fuel on the cost rate, they call 18,000 an hour.
Yeah. That is at that point.
Impoverished country being and $0.5 billion US. I mean, we are not impoverished. It's what the president is right.
No, you see, that is reality. So who's a Ghana for any impoverished? But the reality is Ghana as the economy is in such state. Even people are among from more outside this particular country can see, and most of them are asking governments, putting measures a bit me appropriate, a bit me carry the situation around. I told you the only reason Ghana for no more resistant E-levy is yes, taxes in the need to Ghana for a year. But they knew say Nipa na tax and the money and Nipa, they are like as a gang of your friends individuals. And when you give the money to them, they will go and blow it away in a reckless fashion. Yet passing E-levy, no, I didn't and a president that behind jet or the name or the agent, that is the high level of insensitivity. President to the plight of the suffering masses of more grounds. I'm for and now to there is no single measure. What who said these are measures are medieval crime. No, catch the BBC first a journalist and they said Ghana your recovery program no one of the best in Africa. Your recovery program, Ben. Yeah, I haven't seen any recovery program because mess. Yeah, you mean the solution mu proposal. A business yeah the E-levy ba and the E-levy tax in our day banana recovery program. Then you see, we need the universities from government salary, government payroll. I don't know. And then recovery program. So now Kufuor should tell Ghana. That is what I'm saying that he live in a different reality because programs are there by in the long term, short term, and the medium term. We will be aware rational. What if you want to observe or answer what situation from a very dispassionate perspective, no person who say indeed there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You won't see one, but the president in his twisted reality, or him say measures are in place and the economy is doing well. Nipa na interview no cry him say and that is the reality. So what we are lacking right now, no say leadership of this particular country around. We don't have it. They don't even have the mind to know what to do. Until E-levy know the more, nothing will come out of it. Now, by awarding over 230 billion Ghana cedis within a short space of 5 years, COVID-19 by Sika, Yadia man, or Intimate Fan Yeshi, your friend the parliament, quasi account for that particular money. No, your friend the deputy speaker of parliament is on Tanasi, am I account for that particular money? The most, yetiaso. Which civilized jurisdiction and a world ya disikama where you see come and account to the people. Ubakachi Nipan say you will not account for it, yet you are asking for more. You understand? So you see the way these people are behaving, I think that they have really disappointed a lot of Ghanaians and even the poor Motuabamon because Akufo-Addo on the sidelines who had noise or making it as a for Ghana for GDS, oh, Papa, you coming to turn the situation around. But unfortunately, no, he's more of a problem than a solution. Every day, or keep pushing Ghana into the mess, the economic fortunes of this particular country, long term, short term, medium term, whatever, everything look bleak. And over the years, nothing has been done apart from second of all, in the mess, one of the measures I'm proposing is that they are going to borrow $2 billion at the Ababe with the situation. Now, which sensible economists in the back say, what borrow more flat or debt team? And one of the ways I'll be to me, I buy your way out of debt. And it's our sank about Botsina Feda. I know they are mining with this and they have succeeded in just putting everything at risk in this particular country. Now, you can't. People think we are doing politics. These are the reality. President, what the social media would defend, he doesn't give a damn about you. They are full of themselves, so arrogant, that kind of sense of entitlement. And now they are at home and they can do whatever that they want to do. You know, say we have to be rational and ask them to no money you be there. That sense of entitlement, was a Ghana or Moja, they can just come and mess up and just do anything and get away with it. Her attitude, the other two President Yebisa, in the interview, he was even about fighting the journalists. As a president, you just need to just tell people, say, yes, there are problems, but these are some of the ways I yet to turn the situation around. But yet, the other ways so they could grab one thing. The fact is that businesses are collapsing. Yet, the minister are responsible for employment. Let me say, job statistics are youth unemployment rate. Say he doesn't even have the figure. He doesn't know anything about it. It is about the political narrative. Let's spend it. Yeah, the propaganda and the force will get too good and and we the people, the citizens, now my say no power welders, no. To me now, the amount. These are the critical things you hear just to turn the situation around because we need leaders. They say leadership is everything. But when you have competent leadership, sometimes one big moment decision a leader be take, can turn the whole situation around. And if you flip through pages of history, there are a lot of them at some point in time, decision will be taken turning the whole fortunes of a country around that. And then some of the countries are reaping the dividend in it. So the question maybe someone say, and then buying apart from so buy Eurobond, then as for your subscriber, we are in the mess because IMF and other Bretton Woods institution, your books look red and nobody will give us a loan. It's the reason why we are in the mess. And this is the time you expect power welders to come out of their rigid thinking. Now you say we are flexible, we are proposing alternative, very feasible. Say E-levy, what are the alternatives? Then maybe to widen the tax net. Say nipa bebre yeah, this guy we as a president behind jet a day $18,000, not in the and it's so disrespectful. An hour now, okay, can't wait, in the back of it who's a Ghana events saying, oh, Momo, Nena said the name city businesses are collapsing and cry down no money interview. We think someone more can cry or we say we draw an amount for yes, because of what the binary a month for don't want to put their money. Because Omunim say, people will just come and collect the money to go and finance their dying days orgies. Your friends are childhood fantasies in their koji and ya question. At the end of the day, they don't care because all my one about fantasy. Yes, because that is what they are doing. And just like I be a Ghana. This is the time you expect leaders to be rational. This is the time you expect leaders to be sensible. This is the time you expect leaders to live in the shoes of the ordinary Ghanaian. Now, you say, okay, but be a situation here, so be a son, kind of saying, be a son, now you go through the terrible situation and say, you could see a children we are, then we know what to do. Look at the size of government. The president only an agenda, so. Look at other silly portfolios that they've created. Go to the Flaster House and see the number of your friends saying your friends are presidential staff. That particular position used to be a very respectful way designation, but you render the useless because what they do is say you're packing people they go and you do a social media posting silly stuff and consistently we are thinking. Let's say the key to turn this particular country around, any president we the people, it's time for us to ask ourselves. No, the collective might of your power that you create, yɛmfa money pa basasa, but you make sure say the money pa obetumi aye bibia mai. Na yet the way we are behaving, sometimes you begin to wonder say Nyankopon kra no ankasa na boy you say you, because the way we think sometimes is so amazing and so interesting. We need to hold power holders accountable. Na yenka say 2 million the amount no amamu enya afia konwa say your friend say so free say akonwa ne opa konwa di obi anka wasema. Then you go to the village you kopa ahena konwa bi na ate so a what to ahemfie di wa konwa obi ama ho. But as long as you remain at the Frasta house, Ghana for your taxes, the amount of there, definitely people will hold you accountable. And I say, yeah. I think somebody should tease the president, not come back to reality, baby, or like and people who are around him. This is the time for them to speak sense to him, because this is no time for you to be going and hiring debt. At this time, when Ghanaians are complaining, when the friends are suffering in the society, are rising to a crisis, to a fever pitch. You expect government to come out with interventions about turning the situation around, but you don't see anything. So I think we're in a mess because of bad leadership, and it's unfortunate the president doesn't see, and it's unfortunate thousands of people who have surrounded him, not turning themselves into bootlickers and sickos, and they are all scared to tell the president the reality. It's the reason why we are here. So we will continue to just take the campaign to a different level. We will continue to speak our mind, tell people say that right thing must be done. And I think that is what we are going to do.
Kofi.
Captain.
Yes, sir.
Anope Miraho. Miraho on so many levels, because now, to some extent, na yena Ghana for. Inti now we are pushed against the wall. Say, as I say, yenya income need to me to run. Young man, a young man. Inti as I say, I accept. Na ye ni yesanka E-levy beba. But say aban so dia, and then one chere young kwang bi what the young faswa. It be create a whole new paradigm. Yet ye Omanpanyin nra enkoma udina. Ade ba kwa Emma Miriam, actually a couple of things, but ne edimu pa ne say. See, to solve a problem, no, the first stage in solving a problem, no, is the acknowledgement of the problem. One acknowledge say what situation no is problematic, as I say we fear to solve. How do you begin? Because the mind is locked in say wunye boni ana wunye ade asay inti and say we create another sign up pathway for the brain to start looking for options for corrections. Inti your mampanyin mentally no onye ni say wonga ye mistake biya. So because or you're combative, or ni interview, ni body language, ni idea. He was very combative. Sa acceptance no inni ne kasem say why you mistake biya. Or can same being to say ne experts na they came to the decision making say as I said what the E-levy neba. Experts now apparently what the E-levy ne buy what justify say as I say in your E-levy. Time and now problem no create no. Now sa experts no hina na wo. Some more experts are much who say once a problem has been created, now this is the pathway. Sa experts no 5 years ago a mobile ben no. Na hina mo na because more experts are anka esese anka mobeto to niema anka COVID would not have hit us. Send a hiti yengi. Nipa bahi ne wu wa COVID. Nipa bahi sika yenya influx yenya with cash no. Any sika yejije in the taxes they are de with COVID levy so wujije no. Ye nya ho akonta bia ye influx yenya no we could have created so many you bet me nanki creative preservation hubs. So anka bibia ba anka ye be absorb ye be dampen the effect. But ya nye for 5 years until we say we were experts I will say the way to go ni E-levy. Hey nana E-levy no SSA anka eye discriminatory. If about 30% of the young Nipa Ghana folk live below 10 cedis, 5 cedis a day, 5. What justification for E-levy no anything ana? Esesanka E-levy no ye discriminatory. So na echo a specific group of people who would TV so say sa industry. I feel the poor people are industry yamo. Nana, you are disgraceful. You truly are disgraceful. Yeah, who say we need tema. Because they say poor people, the industry, the group of the demographic of poor people, no, Nana, you just made them an industry. Most experts, no, apparently, one etmia justify say, as I say, ye bifi won ho. Then sikana wodia ma won to justify you say we be jessica if you won ho. Okay, obianya against E-levy. Obianya against E-levy. But want to me improve in Ghana say, you have been a responsible fiduciary of young estate. Yeah. You haven't been. Billions have been there. Then now what me dia ye? Then we say why I count 10,000 roads, kilometers. Fabre to government website so ni akwanko. Sa tatale akwangna moya uzuto dupena ahokorokon. Any akwanga moya 10,000. Eya turu na wodi chireo. Na wo kra no to even believe say I akwang 10,000 kra wo ye nwa. I am saddened to say we your man penny and name so oba beka bibi in say wo ba be submissive. No why ye understanding to the plight of Ghanaians. No way to me say you make wrong decisions be. Now say the ye be charting new course no. Wo re-justify wo position of failure. Nana, and they say wa bang be because Ghana fo be ma be because ma mwa Ghana fo. Na mwe dia toro. Mama ye diao. Now you bet wants to say you were the worst person to have ever considered in that seat. Ghana for betchero. Now ube Emi yaw. Captain, Mary can be brave because me said I make a seminar. We justify failure. Yaw. Okay? At the minimum, I'm the say. Now, you talk about the digital economy, what the world class one said, Nuntino, Obiare make ends meet from the digital economy, so it's your time to exploit. Ghana does not have a digital economy. Ghana does not have a platform and a foundation for a digital economy. We don't even have the skilled labor. So I say, connectivity, complexity, and the synchronizations, SSA, AC, now we have digital economy. We haven't built the infrastructure. Nothing is integrated. What can digital economy? What do you mean by digital economy? We haven't gone there yet. We are miles away from at that space, you know. Inti Baumia and the management team. Munya digital economy now we don't have the infrastructure for a digital economy. We don't have anything that's integrated. You don't even have a credit system. That's the cause of E-levy. Mujini Ghana for huna mujini ajini pa. As a Bank of Ghana, mu create more payment aggregator. Yes. The reason payment aggregator is because we don't have a credit system. Before you have a credit system, you need an integrated national ID and address system. And also to Zoom. 5 years, digital or friend integrated national ID and address system. You don't have a credit system. How does the system function? Where BBI what on is we now making a present. Captain Smano can say one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the world. Yeah, East Legon. How can I say this? This guy crazy. Minam East Legon nami huadang na mi say, yeah, Captain. Asam no working. Because Obia Danga wo East Legon or the cash ne toy. Cash that could have gone into so many other businesses. What the cash, because we don't have a credit system. And no nyasema mudjini hu. And no nyasema mudjini hu. Ma collapse the banking system with over $2 billion with the collapse banking system. What brankas our banking system you were nanka Securities and Exchange Commission any regulatory reforms. Now what me elevate one up anka sika eko momo mia momo de yendia Ghana for the sika eko momo yi anka running balances are listen, this is Captain. I don't even understand how these guys don't understand this thing. I mean, yes, you. Sir, what running balances in all the institutions? Running balances, no, yet to me, ye bribi that Ghana for 30% of Ghanaians, you were friending 10 million. Now you were average of $50, 50 cedis per in young we're friending Momo accounts at every day 50 cedis woman. What can I say 50 cedis dollars? So and also because a lot of businesses use Momo. Into 50 cedis average balance on all the accounts there, 10 million accounts are. Running balance near 500 million cedis. Every day, running balance 500 million cedis. So when you're 1% to cry off that from Bank of Ghana. For regulating banking industry, 1% of 500 million. 1% of 5. Imagine say, this says Sikano share youth employment. That's free money. What do you come momo for? Na famous say E-levy. Do you think how Bahumia na mpese me hun on the ken na be someone say 1 degrees na hin would go near 1 degrees no. Obi akase na any certificate. Bahumia and the ken. More degrees no common sense common sense. Because this is the obia ya abruchi the running balances now we invest in futures no money are they now banks needing yeska any banking system what collapse banks need na say sikani na payment aggregate obia or Captain, does it make sense to you? I mean is it me? No, seriously, Obin can't change the this is you. Metias you any banking system since sikani na kogu momo na nya yende Captain. How do you create a running balancer? Yet me invest a fraction of it near the boy economy. What's what I would say E-levy? I don't understand. Most of money credit system. How do we fix the problem? What a catch was what will be a com now be tien. We are combative. I don't even understand you. Say, our friend, young tax to GDP percentage here 12%. One nana no be creative aden. Where ya never create adding more than create say tax. I don't listen to me. This is unbelievable. Say tax to GDP at 12%, the lowest in all the West African countries. Nana, can you create this situation? You've been in a bank for 5 years, going on 6. There's a problem with the GL where radius. My numbers now won't say when no bahumia no can in a montia denase because motiasi and Kambon said problems in a one of my create creative problems. Here they create young GDP 81% plus. Here they create I don't even understand. What chart a different course near the Sika, Maurice squeeze Ghana for Kong, what Pia Ghana for you say, what the baby pardon, so what justification of our failure? No, say it's an economy. Say, and you have why a economy for you to tax. Come on, man, you're so disgraceful. Get out of here with that.
I never shall for a customer do what you now fail on do a bomb. Momo de be a mature idea back when Hammy or home. What him send for at the phones and the Bobbisia from these telcos. Say ABR, say Vodafone, say MTN, say Airtel Tigo. What you are? What me bought 500, 200, 300 Bessia. Oh, phone so.
Yeah.
So when you see how the Toswa, no matter. Now watch this. When you mistake, that's when the little momo no now cost ye. Nowadays, phone no ebo MTN and Vodafone Bessia. Vodafone edisa sika na ebrewo no aban beti.
Charge you.
Sharon so company ne better ne de. Na a san say a so ebro 100 cities air continue. Aban ne be san te besia na wakobɔ no so sika.
Say,
Nti besia no be du account ni mu no na swate. Nti ukɔbɔ besia 500 a. Ebe ba no na fa akɔ. Uye a wo san di kwa akotua ade no de yatena aka no so bro 100 Ghana. Eti eno so ye be sa te nti wo sika na wo bɔ besia 500 no. De wo de kwa akɔye do wontimi mfa nye. Ti so be bɔ besia 500 de ayade a. Aje wo bɔ be 900 Ghana cedis. Asa wetimi e de ayade o pese o de yini na. The pese ye kire de say.
These guys don't get it.
Na say West Africa ha nyina no. We share your tax payment to our GDP. It's not true.
Oh my gosh.
This is
A lie.
I mean, Kofi Atra lie. It's not true. In any case, why pan what your taxes every year? Now, Bayaka, so what your taxes and I feel we want to do it to say the air will conform by so. If I have a friend say tax day.
Tax return.
Why na yaman a tax return da? Oh Ghana. Me sha say be year aduma busumi so you tua me file your taxes. E wo Ghana ha no. Why na ma me tax return da? It is return e say aban de ma ye no kura no. E say kwa aban na mo. I mean, what is this?
Now, but
Yeah.
when you're social security today.
Aya ebe ma kakra. No be twa kwan sa. Na de ama. Pato ya da na ye ho aba. Na ye ba Bernard e de yembe wi. Thank you. Yes, sir.